Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are going to go through a lot of the in-game systems and do some rough translations and everything. Hopefully I can do this in one nice little run, so I don't have to do lots of editing. But we're just gonna do some rough translations, help you guys through the game, so you can better understand some of the stuff that's going on. Let's just jump straight into it. So most of these will be rough translations. And we start off at the top of the screen that says slide to wake, or if you press L if you're on the PC, that works. This says auto hunting. Simple. Let's go. And then we're going to start off up in the top of the corner. We have shop, event, bag, technology, which is skills, and obviously menu. A lot of these are pretty self-explanatory, but a lot of people just need that little extra help. And we have class, weapon proficiency, we have enforce, produce, collection, quest, achievements, dungeon, is something they call the faith tradition, a power infusion, guild, your vehicle slash mount, glider, weapon appearance, the boss status, the exchange, quests, which they have here is commissions, the warm corner, which is a bit of a weird translation for this one, ranking, and obviously PvP. So if we go into the class system, we have Vanguard, which is what this class is called. This is a two-handed class. His main abilities is to hers on this one. Stun the target using two-handed swords. Temporarily increases health and becomes immortal and relentless at pressing targets. And over here, some of the skills we have. I don't know why that's come up as agility. Okay, we've got strength 17, agility 8, intellect 8, mental 8, health 11, and patience 15. These are just some of them. And then we have a maximum. Sorry, translation's a little off. Maximum mental strength, maximum weight, the sanity regeneration, which is this is kind of like mana. You have a base damage and you have a critical strike chance, which in this case is 1%. And then we'll pop over to this one, and then going always from left to right just to make things a bit easier to follow. This is two-handed sword. So this looks like this is weapon proficiency additional effects. So each level we go up, we're getting close range hit, health regeneration, melee damage, and max life as we go through the levels. I'm not going to go through every single one, but just give you a little bit of an idea. Close range attack, critical resistance, short range double damage resistance. And then it goes on to quite a bit here. And again, it's a lot of close range, skill hit, critical resistance, double damage. And then obviously you have all your skills here, which we'll go through the skills in a moment. On to the next one, which is enforce. Enforce is essentially just the crafting. Down here means register your item, and then we haven't actually done a lot of crafting. But if we hover over this, this is the Raven Feet or Raven Claw Talisman, and this is a enhancement scroll. And down at the bottom we have this is a safety enhancement section, so I think this means it's safe. This is obviously the price, and down here this is a toggle for reinforcing safety zones immediately. So let's just go ahead and enchant, and at the top we have there is an error on the synchronization move. Oh, okay. At the top we have check the result, and at the bottom we have, what do we have at the bottom? It is please touch the screen. Okay. And then obviously got your little animation. And at the top it has a success, and it's got a +2 to the item name, and the stats are hit and base damage. And at the bottom it says please touch the screen. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. And now it goes into a little red section, and that means this item may be destroyed down here. That's that bit. And then this is please register your item. So let's just go ahead with the talisman. And then we have an item. This is, I don't actually know what this is. This is like an enforcement thing. What does it say at the top here? Ah, multiple enforcements maybe? Okay, so I can try and enhance everything to +6 at once with a chance to be destroyed. So let's give that a go while watching it. And I destroyed everything. That's pretty good. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm only playing this game at the minute to get used to global for when it's released. That is a holy artifact. This is no crafted option, and register materials again. It's pretty straightforward with the crafting. Oh, enhancement here. Right, over here we have, this is general production. Anyone can make it with just the items without any specialized skills. So this is just obviously your basic crafting. Please bear with me. Yeah, this is just your basic crafting. Obviously you've got all your swords. I mean, with pictures, most of it's self-explanatory. You got your swords, pole arms, more swords, daggers, bows, one-handed weapons, staffs, gauntlets, helms, necklaces, toolboxes. We'll have a quick look at some of the toolboxes. So this is a toolbox, and the translation is just terrible. It says get a dog for some reason. When used, obtains one glider with a set probability. This little icon here is generally what it means, which is a box. This allows you to click on component details. This is generally the weight of the inventory, and this is a where to find icon. So in this case this says produce, which means it's production. Now if you click on this, this just gives you a list of all the gliders that you could possibly make with this toolbox. Obviously there is a epic one and a legendary one, and then we have these crystals, and let's have a look what these crystals are called and what they do. These are these are the summon weapons, and this looks like it's specifically for a certain class. When used, obtain one hero weapon appearance with a set probability. Again, it's a box. Click on component details. This means you can get it from the crafting or the shop. And then again, these are all the weapons you'll be able to get from it. And then it does the same with, I assume, mounts at some point, but maybe not. And we have what appears to be treasure maps. Captain's treasure map, a rare and translation. It says a rare gold here, but it wasn't saying gold a minute ago. A rare antique that can be obtained through crafting, used for collecting antiques. And obviously the general bits. There is actually quite a bit of items here. We're not going to go through all of them. Again, these just look like it's for collections. And then we have these, which we don't know what these are yet. These are runes, and they are for a material used for magical power injection. Again, once you start to know what all these symbols mean, most of it's pretty straightforward. This would always be like a brief description. So this is a material. If it's on a skill, generally says does damage. And we have location and what it's for, which is crafting material, and obviously gold price. And we have these, which is a book of change used for the second class. So So these, I assume, help you go for the second class. And this is your favorites tab. So up here you're able to set things to favorites. So if I click on this and click this icon here, it will set it as a favorite. And you go over here on this tab and it will have your favorites for easier crafting, I can assume. Bear with. Get some daily quests done. And then over here now we have the collection, and this is pretty self-explanatory when it comes to the majority of it. Some of it is a little bit in English. I mean, it specifies it's got something to do with PvE. In this case it's damage reduction. This is hit, PvE bonus damage. I mean, again, we're not going to go through all of them, but it just gives you sort of a general idea of what to expect from these collection bonuses. And then at the top we have, it says monster, and this says achievements. So I assume that we can get achievement badges. Seasoned Hunter medal suppresses 100,000 new monsters. So I think this is a medal for killing 100,000 monsters, and then as you do achievements in the game, you can put them in for your collection. Again, this is just PvE damage reduction, ignore PvE damage, critical strike damage, just a few here. And then this tab is equipment, so you can register all your equipment. And then on the right side of the screen here where the mouse is, I think this just gives you a little bit of an overview of what you got. So it's damage reduction, vitality, potion recovery, etc, etc, PvE hit, and this is a nice little way to sort of see all your stats. Again, this is from the crafting, more of the collection. And then just here we have events. So this looks like event items you can get for collection, and this says there is no registered items here. This is favorites. That last tab is favorites. Let's have a quick look at some of these confirmation screens. Most of these screens with a Y generally mean OK for yes, and the grade the grade one to the left is always cancel. And this is always going to be, would you like to do this? And then a little thing underneath that says this item may be destroyed or cannot be retrieved after use, etc, etc. And then on the right side of the screen, this is just just lets you know where you can actually get the items from. So if you click on this around here, it'll tell you where it is, what you need to do, and you click on the button and then it will take you to the map. Again, it's pretty straightforward. And then we have the quest system. Is that quest? Let's have a quick look. Yep, we've got quests. We've got main quest here, and we have daily quests here, and this one here looks like it is a it says serve, but these, from what I can tell, just generally get completed as you go along with the main story quest. So for example, this one here is defeat monsters, 46 out of 100, 48 out of 100. So I think as you go through to the different areas, it's just generally going to tell you what to do. These are your daily quests for guild rewards and such. If we click on this is obviously contribution coins. This coin can be used for vendors or completing daily quests. So this is a daily reward currency. And then obviously we have, it says area contribution on it. So if we have a look at the top, so yeah, as you get these contribution points, it goes up to this. It says we currently have, that says 51 Mondays. That's bad translation. Requires 51. level up to 150 contribution. So the more contribution you get, I feel like the more you can do, or the less you can do. This means daily quest completion limit 50. So you can only complete 50 dailies a day. Have a look at this quick item quickly. One of the rewards. When used, you can randomly acquire one of the box's components. This is a training forest box, and it has just some general items. Again, a lot of these items for beginners we don't really need to look at the minute. We could always go in depth later down the line. This is a crafting material. You will start getting these around level 30. I mean, with crafting, a lot of the pictures is self-explanatory, so it's not too bad. What we got here? Let's do that. Let's click on this. This is your achievement page. We have growth here. We have equipment here. We have co-op here. And we have adventure here. So again, most of these are pretty self-explanatory when it comes to stuff. You could sort of see that this has got a 40 on it and it's growth, so hit level 40. This could be combat, or this is combat power, achieve 40,000 combat power. Again, as you play the game and you see your stats increase, you'll notice these numbers change as well as your level. This is your second class and your third class job, and then this is becoming a beginner, expert, legendary. What else we got? Yep, legendary, and then it just goes on to different equipment. So this means it wants you to get like a beginner, legendary, beginner, medium, and legendary with a two-handed weapon. And you get a two-handed weapon as a reward. And as you go down, it's pretty much the same with your spear and your sword and shield and your other weapons. That's just pretty much it on that one. And you got your equipment, which again, once you start doing stuff, you'll be able to notice a lot of these increase. So a lot of these are just enchant more, get items to +8, +10, +12. And this is all on your enhancement. That's again fairly self-explanatory. This is co-op, and it comes up with some guild attendance, guild donations, registered 10 restoration specialist journals. I'm not 100% sure what that is. And this is complete 10 guild directives, which might be guild quests. And that's co-op, pretty straightforward. And then your adventurer is pretty much defeat dungeon monsters here, defeat warfront monsters, achieve certain ranks, achieve gold levels, or gold rank, newcomer bronze, etc, etc. As you play through the game, you get your little red circle that pops up, and you just click this button up here, which is collect all, and it's pretty much done. You don't really have to pay a whole lot of attention to your achievements page because it does it automatically. This is your dungeon system. So we've got some dungeon names and the amount of time that you can enter. So for example, none of these are actually translating, bear with. We have Land of Prosperity, Forest of Training, a Temple of Iritar, and some Sankona ruins. And then we have a look at some of the reward stuff. It's hours of use, this one here, so you can always increase the hours of use. This tells you when it resets, which is always 4 AM daily server time. This tells you how long you've got left. And this is rewards. Again, pretty self-explanatory when it comes to it. This is your gold. This is a specialized item that you can get from mining. It contains magical powers. It's used for purchasing goods and for various productions, so crafted material and trade. This is a collection. This is an item that can be used for collection. this is your it's like a open PvP raid area. It's got open PvP, so you can be attacked whilst you're there. And this is called Ice Cave. At the minute, I've got 10 hours. Again, you've got everything, increase your hours of use. You've got your dungeon reset time, which is 4 AM, hours and minutes left. And then you've got your rewards, which again is pretty self-explanatory. If you look at that, you know it's the XP up. This one might mean you have an additional skill proficiency experience. Okay, so that's extra experience on the skill. That's a currency, and this is an item. Sorry. Okay, so that just says two-handed sword mastery level 3. So I think we can go back to achievements and check that in a minute, or another part of the page, see where it's popped up. And then some of these items I'll go through because they're actually in my inventory as well. This is a material used for crafting again. Most of this is crafting in currency. This one here is a ticket. So this ticket will let you go into the level 50 or level 55 zone if it drops. And then this is, I guess this is like your passive point system. So at the top here we have the Night Crow's Faith is what it says, because it's the faith system. This is strength, increase your strength. This is increase dexterity. This is increase intelligence. This one over here is increase endurance. This is increase your spirit, and this is increase your stamina, which is vitality, which is pretty good. Obviously I'm playing a two-handed build, or two-handed class, so it's just pure strength for me. That's pretty easy and straight to the point. And then we have a new system which we've not really looked at a whole lot. This is called, this is an infusion of magic. So, okay, this is your rune system. I do apologise. So this is where when you have your runes, you can put your runes in. I think we can actually make runes. So let's just give that a quick go while we're here, because we might as well. Rune craft. Yep, we've got level 1 rune. Let's go back to it. Click that. So we've put a rune in, and that rune is now giving us this is health potion recovery amount, maximum health, and PvE critical hit. Now I don't know what this button does, so let's have a quick look. This is infuser stats, storage stats, no abilities, current abilities. So this is what my current abilities are. And I'm assuming that I can just use another rune, maybe a rune transfer, without any additional items. It's quite difficult to figure out. Okay, this just looks like it's a transfer system back and forth kind of thing. Obviously, this is now the guild page. So in the top left corner we have guild information, then we have guild members, guild command, which is currently locked. Have guild traits, which is locked until level 2 guild, and then we have I don't know what this one here is. It says Red Wolf Journal, so I'm not sure what that is entirely. Then we have Guild Dungeon, and finishing off with Guild Locker. The Guild Locker is no loot, so this I assume will come from doing guild bosses. So down here on the left we have our guild name, and then it goes reward information, activity record, and guild benefits. And then again, this looks like it's pretty much self-explanatory. This is the guild leader. Oh, this is guild leader. The amount of people in the guild. Number of attendants. So 47 people in the guild. Only 11 are checking in. And if you look down here at the bottom, this is that should be check-in. This is donation, and then this allows you to donate whatever you want, really. And that is guild check-in. And then for checking in, it says attended the guild and earned rewards. Please touch the screen to continue, which is fair enough. And the guild's pretty much, again, self-explanatory. This is a list of all the people. This little icon here is last online. The one is your weekly contribution, and to the left of that is total contribution, and then obviously character name. That might be helpful for some people. If you click here, if you click on members down here, this is leave guild. Let me just double check it is leave guild. Yep. Yes, it is leave guild. Oh, we've done some quests, haven't we? Well, you don't need to go anywhere. Just kill round here, please. Is that going up? Yep, that's going up. Wicked. And then obviously we have mount. Now with the mounts, it is a little bit difficult, but from what I can tell, the top stat is always attack speed, and the second stat is always casting speed. And then it usually always goes defense, and then this stat at the bottom is always random. So for example, on this one it is weapon damage, on this one it is PV defense, and then on this horse it is not loading. It is, yeah, not loading. Let's just reload that. On this one is potion recovery rate. So they're all pretty much different when it comes to it. So at the top is management, and then you have a synthesize system where you can synthesize 4 mounts and you have a chance of getting a new mount. And that's just pretty much that. This is the collection system when it comes to all of your mounts. So we'll just go through this one quickly. This is max life, max sanity, spirit recovery rate, 7 restore health potion, PV bonus damage, 11 maximum health, spirit recovery, health potion regeneration, PV damage, PV critical strike, PV hit, etc, etc. These, again, you probably have to get a translator on the spot to min-max them if you wanted to. This up here, this one is confirm or replace, which we're not sure about. There are no interchangeable mounts. Okay, so this must be a during the remaining time you can place another mount of the same grade. Not seen that system pop up before. This is a transmog system. So at the bottom here you have apply, and that is a sort order. So over here you equip the mount. So you click one and you click on this button down here, which is equip for your stats, and then this one is for transmog only. Again, most of it's pretty straightforward. Let's not crash on a good day. That's the mount system done. This is the gliding system. So let me just check a few of the stats just to make sure they're pretty much always the same order of things. Okay, so yeah, the top, this here is a mounting effect. This is, the top one always appears to be EXP gained, so 15% extra experience. This is always flight stamina, so this is the stamina you get for when you're flying. And this stat here is always a random one, So let's have a look at this. For example, this one is hit, and this green one is damage reduction, and if you had the legendary one, it would be 20 base damage, 10 damage reduction, 10 hits, 10 defense, 10% health recovery on potion, 7 spirit recovery, spirit consumption reduction by 5%. And this little icon down here is your glider function. So this sort of tells you what the glider can do. So that's stop flight, that is rush, and that is dive. Pretty much, yep. And again, you have a collection system here again, and the rewards are all stat based. And then we have the transmog system again, in a way. This just gives you stats again. So you equip your weapon and you get your stats. With this, these are all going to be two-handed swords. And with the stats, let's see if they go in the same order. That's melee hit 6 and melee damage and normal extra damage, and the top is melee hit and melee damage. Is that the same again? Melee hit, melee damage, close range hit, and health regeneration. Okay, so the stats on these aren't always the same from top to bottom. Close range hit and melee damage. Let's have a look at the top two on this one. Close range hit and melee damage. Okay, so I think a lot of them are the same, just some of the lower level ones aren't. So at the top here we've got synthesis again, which allows you to trade 4 for a chance at a random one. Again, collection, and then this looks like the other interchangeable weapon. Replace it with another weapon of the same grade. I can't do that yet, so I don't know. And again, this is the transmog system, so you can equip one weapon and make it look like another. It's all pretty, again, self-explanatory with a lot of things. This is your boss system. So we've got boss name and location. We've got, is that hours left until spawn? Next appearance time here. So this tells you how long it's got left in hours. It doesn't look like it's got in minutes. The red says emerging. So if it's red, that means it's on its way. Over here is its location, which you can just click on the button. And obviously you've got your rewards. And again, this is no registered favorites, so you can also favorite again on that. This is the marketplace, which again is pretty self-explanatory. This is purchase here, this is sell, and this is transaction history. So if we click on sell, this in order says the lowest transaction amount, so the lowest it's selling for, the highest it's sold for at 45, the average amount that this item sells for per day, and the latest transaction amount, so it's 27. So let's go ahead and put it at 27. And then at the bottom here it says 5% of the total sale amount is deducted as commission. And then obviously we've got our yes here. Let's have a look what this says. Items registered for sale will be registered after a certain period of time. Would you like to register? So this is the total sale amount, and this is the registration fee. Let's go and put this one up while we're here. Just have a look. It's fine. That's pretty much everything I assume you could want here. Again, it just tells you the minimum enrollment amount, the average it sells for. Oh, that's average transactions per week. This is average transactions per day, and this is the latest transaction. It's a little bit different on the sales. And then we have this system here. This is the local referral, which is, let's just read. Oh, this is your localized quests. So I think you can do quests for this area. These are the areas that you go to, and these are the quests. And then over here we have rewards. So it tells you to kill 180 monsters. It's an anonymous client or whatever. Quest reward is 10 diamonds and 20 contribution points. And over here is no ongoing quests. So I think this up here is request management. Okay. And then down here is you can accept one regional quest and you can register and complete 10 different quests from what it looks like here. Oh, let's double check what this is. This is the dungeon quest. So these are your dungeon quests. Again, it will tell you the area here. So I assume it's going to go in level order. So the very first dungeon you can do is what the quests are you can do here. What dungeon is this? This is the Forest of Water Lilies for the first one. And these are your quests. They generally look like just kill this quest, kill that quest. I mean, when you accept a quest and you click on the auto move icon, it takes you there anyway. This up here is a reset counter. So resets after 9 hours and 11 minutes. And then we have a Warfront system. So you must use the Warfront pilot to enter the Warfront. Do you want to go to the Warfront pilot now? This is obviously your cost. This is how much you've got left. That's a yes and a no. We ain't going to go to Warfront at the moment. This is the ranking system. Let's have a look what this top one is on the left. That's not translating for some reason. We have level. Okay, so this is your level order. Doesn't really tell you what level they are. It's just got position, name, character name, and then we got server, so different servers, and that's probably guild. Yep. And then up here we have major insignia, which is combat power. And then again you've got your ranking, your name, server, and guild. And then you have ranking benefits. So let's just have a look at some of these ranking benefits. For number 1, you will get defense 5, weight 1500, 25% health gain, 30% health potion increase, damage reduction 5. And then the rest looks like it's pretty much the same, but just lower stats. Yeah, lower stats. And that's pretty much that. And then what does it say down here? Appearance reward for 30th place. Okay, so 1 to 30th. What's this? Okay, so this is just some appearance rewards, which is pretty cool. And then it says major leave ranking. We don't. Okay, that's probably PvP. Yep. Again, we've got the. Oh, we've got the level. We've got the requirement. Is that requirement up there? Major insignia, so that's how many insignias you need to get. And then this is your ranking on that one. You would have thought they would have done it all in order. And let's have a look at one of these rewards. We've got max HP 2000, PvP defense 5, PvP accuracy, PvP damage reduction, in that order all the way down it seems. And then we've got PvP here, which, let's have a look. We've got result, dead, win, the target of the person, the server that the players are on, the guild that they're in, and the date of what happened. So on this one it looks like I've died twice, which I did, and then all the information that is required. At the bottom here it says a terrible translation. PvP records are saved up to 300. And at the bottom right we have something that doesn't want to translate. Slayer's disadvantages. Okay. So this looks like it's the penalty system. Slayer's disadvantages. We have step, which is like level 1, 2 and 3. We have the effect information, which is critical hit -5, double damage -5, critical hit -10, damage -10, defense -5, crit -15, double damage -15, defense -10, movement speed -20. So these are also some restrictions. So you're unable to ride mounts, cannot ride mounts, cannot enter dungeons or battlegrounds, cannot mount, cannot teleport, cannot enter dungeons and battlegrounds, cannot use personal transactions, cannot use exchanges or request offices, cannot use emergencies or warehouses. So if you grieve a shite ton, you basically just can't play the game. So hunt, this here is to get rid of the effect. Hunt multiple monsters in the battle area to escape the Slayer. So I'm not sure how many you need to kill once you do have your Slayer, because we've never had it before. And then we've got Cash Shop, which is pretty much straightforward when it comes to it. I mean, if you've been playing the game for a little bit now, you know this summons weapons, this summons mounts, and you can see an 11 there, so it's 11 of them. And you know that's your diamonds. This is your talismans, which I've just destroyed all mine. They're like a I'll actually have a double check. These are items which we're going to look at in a moment. So if we press character, we have combat power, we have the damage, we have attack speed, we have our hit, and that last one is defense. Then we have accessories, and then we have, it says it in the corner I think. No, it doesn't tell me what these are. I forgot what they're called. And then you've got your event system. So this is basically your rewards, and it says get level 40, get level 50, and what's that? Why does my translations not want to work today? Second job change reward. Okay, that's cool. And this is your login bonus. So attendance. So don't forget to get your attendance rewards. And this is your, is it 2 week? Yep, 2 week participation. So again, for logging in for 2 weeks. And this is a mission reward system. So when you've done a certain amount of missions for the game, it will reward you, and we'll go over them. We've got 5 production, and then enhance items 20 times. Complete 10 side quests. Do 30 guild directives. Donate to the guild 7 times, and synthesize a mount 3 times. That's to get these rewards. And this is the pay to win. So if you spend 1,600 diamonds, you'll be able to acquire one of these every single day. And the same with that. It's just basically a pay to win for the mounts and weapons. Then you got your inventory. We'll go over a couple of inventory things. These blue potions are Flasks that increase your attack speed and casting speed. Attack speed by 20% and casting speed by 10%. This shows you where you can get them from. You click it and you'll find out. This is a teleport scroll. This will teleports you to the nearest base. These crystals are a material that is required when using skills, which I'm not actually used them yet, so I'm not 100% sure what they're for. This is food. When it's used, the ability is increased for 30 minutes. So this up here, again, is what it does. This 30 means minutes in this case, because it's food, it's a consumable. It has melee damage hit, close range hits, HP recovery, and spirit recovery. Going down the list is 111, 1122 accordingly. This means expendable, and then this is where you get it. This is a weight system. I actually don't know what that system there is. And what was this called? That's a holy artifact, so that's your artifact system there. Weapons and armor, generally always the same sort of stuff. This is a time item to increase the amount of time I can use in the selected dungeon. This says it increases it by up to 30 minutes, and this is a time of when to use it by and a date. And then we have more of them, but this green potion here is another This green potion here is another stat increase, and it when it lets me 86 meters. Let's quickly do it. This gives me base damage of 3, free hit, free defense, and 2 damage reduction on this item here. This is a crafting material. This is a enhancement item. It's used to strengthen amulets and brooches. I mean, when you go into the enhancement system, it shows you down here anyway what you can click and what you can't click. This is a summon item. These yellow potions are increased experience gained by 30% for 30 minutes. More summon stuff, more enhancement stuff. These little gold bags allow you to sell them to merchants for lots of gold. These blue items are chests which allow you to get crafting materials. Sorry, I thought if I clicked on 5 that would go up to 200, but it didn't. That's a crafting material thing. And these yellow ones are experience again. For some reason these ones are locked. Okay, I locked it. Did I lock it? No. Yeah, these ones are locked and those ones aren't. And then this is your currency system. So pretty, again, self-explanatory. You got your diamonds, you got your gold. This third one is guild coins, and then you have your contribution coins. The M coin is for mileage, and the bottom one is insignias, which is from, I think it's from player versus player. However, I was getting them for killing normal monsters in the PvP area. So I don't know if you get them for killing people via PvP just yet. And then obviously onto the skill system. You have your skills, which are just the names for them. This here means automatic down on the side. We'll have a look at quick skill. Obviously you got your skill name, and it says what it, oh sorry, wrong hand. This is what it does. So in this case it inflicts damage to the target. This is its resource cost, which is 15 spirit. This icon here is cooldown. This is a description, and it says crush. So the description here is to buy it, you have to get a book. Whether this book drops from a quest or a vendor, I don't remember. Don't think and then it tells you what the skill is done. Red on this either means you can't learn it or you already have learnt it. Again, that just means description. This is a two-handed / spear move, so it looks like a lot of these skills might roll over into different classes. And then that's just generally your skills. And if we have a look at this one, this is a stat increase skill, so this increases weapon damage by 10. It costs 58 spirit with a 3-second cooldown. And again, it tells you where to get it or how to get it. And then we have, it looks like passive skills. So let's have a look at the generic passive skill we'll get. This is increase your stats, increase your defense by 2. And then if we look at some of these items, we can tell that's accuracy. Let's have a look, or hitting accuracy, same sort of thing. This would be strength. Apparently it's not. You would think that's strength, but that apparently is evasion. Ranged evasion and close evasion, which looks like it would be a strength increase. Obviously not. And then we've got a health regeneration. That one seems a bit more straightforward. And we have stun, additional damage. Okay, so I see that. That's like a little stun with a sword, so that would be stun damage. Then we have increased maximum health, so this icon here will be maximum health. And then let's have a look. We'll probably do all the passive, because the passives are the hardest ones. This icon here is increase your critical hit chance by 3%. I mean, some of the numbers and percentages, again. This is increase your stats. This is damage reduction, crit hit resistance, and double damage resistance. So this icon here is for resistances. This one here is for 3 seconds. There is a chance after you kill a monster to gain 10% movement speed, which is pretty good. And this icon here is inflicts additional damage on stunned targets. So even though these are two, let's just double check that, because that means there would be 2. Inflicts additional damage on stun targets. Okay, so this is extra damage on stun targets, and this is a additional damage on stun targets for this icon. And this bottom one is at the final stage, damage is inflicted with a certain probability, and the requirement for this is two-handed swords and second-hand general. I mean, that looks like pretty much everything we could go through at the minute that sort of needs to be gone through in order to play the game. I mean, this is your, up here is your quest, what you got to do, and that just means complete. It's quite straightforward, really. And then on your teleport, this is always a, would you like to go to this area? This is how much it costs. This is how much you've got. No, yes. And then information with the character. Now this is a lot, really. This is a take a screenshot, post it onto Google Translate, and min-max it yourself, because there is far too much to translate and then to remember after you've watched this video. So we'll leave that one for now. And I think that is everything that I believe we should keep in mind for when starting or continuing to play this game. I hope that, oh, it's been a long video. How long has it been? It's been nearly an hour. Thank you to all those that have watched. If this has been any help, then I'm happy. If there's anything else you'd like me to go over and translate, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos, and thanks again for watching.